Good morning, Snow Leopard. How are you? Good to see you. Stitchy, good morning. Stitchy, have you caught up with Duncan yet? Oh, good. I'm really glad to hear that. Yay. We're good. How about you, sis? Lucy, good morning. How are you, Lucy? Oh, guess what? What, Stitch? Lucy says, good morning. I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Cat? I'm not fantastic yet. Just give me a little time. I'll catch up with you, Lucy. Kumari, my new friend. Good morning. How are you? Stitch, you're in Texas. How'd you end up there? Lucy says, hello, Kumari. Lucy says, I'm always fantastic. I got a lot of catching up to do. Stitch says, you got there by car. Well, what are you doing in Texas? It doesn't have any to lick, so there you go. You're at your cousin's house. Nice. Jack is rude, though. I tell him to hold off on that personal grooming. We have a rule: no personal grooming on camera. But you know, he's a dog. What can I do? Hilario, salute. Good morning. How are you? Stitch says she is right beside me watching your live with me. Next, not new. I'm trying to find where I missed something. Next, not new. Oh, she's right next to you. Yes, I got that. How old is your cousin? Is it just one cousin? Lucy Warren, do you stay up all night? Are you a stay up late at night and sleep in the morning kind of girl? I want that life again. Sometimes. Oh my gosh. Lucy says I stay up for like 36 hours and sleep for 12. Wow. I could not do that. Wow. I would be running on empty. Hi, Jack. Stitch says I have four cousins, but only one is next to me. Lucy says I spent so much time networking and building my channel, and it's paying off. Nice. Well, yeah, it shows in your numbers, your subscribers. It shows that you put in a lot of work, Lucy. Uh-oh, Stitch says me and my cousin made a bet. What is the bet? How late you can stay up? Good morning, Carl. So good to see you, friend. Oh no. Stitch says the bet is whoever falls asleep first has to let the other person do their makeup however they want to do it. That could be very interesting. Lucy says new tarot I'm doing is really good for my channel. I want to do with craft stuff too eventually, the good kind. I'm not into black magic. Nice. Stitch says, she said, I bet you will fall asleep before 3 a.m. Oh, you've got 50 minutes. I could not get Jack to get up to go outside this morning. And now it's pouring. Yes, it's pouring out. You're going to get all wet. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures. Good morning, friend. How are you? I hope you slept well. What do you think, Stitch? How long are you going to be able to stay up? Lee says, I'm not too bad. Good. How was your day yesterday? Stitch is laughing and says, I'm going to win. And Lee said hello to everybody by name in the chat. Stitch says, all right, all night. So you're going to stay up all night. But how much of the morning are you going to stay up? The night is over, sister. I can tell you what I'm doing. About 5:30, I'm snuggling back in bed. I'm going back down for a long nap. Oh, Lee says it was an amazing day. You went on an adventure with a friend you met from YouTube, right, Lee? I'm so glad to hear that. Stitch says, I will be at Yogi's. So you're going to be up at least till 5:32. Lee says, I'm sunburnt and sadly I'm in need of a long rest today as I overdid it a bit. Well, I'm glad that if you have to be sunburnt and in need of a rest, it was because you had an amazing day. Stitch says, I will probably take a nap when my baby cousin takes a nap. And Lee says, I did, yes. That's true, Lucy. It's really either really late or really early, depending on how you look at it. Stitch says 4 for me, but yeah. Oh no, Carl says I did not have a good day yesterday. Man, I'm sorry, Carl. Maybe today will be better. I can't wait for one day for you to come in, Carl, and say, I had an amazing day. I'll really look forward to that. Lee says, one full bag of trash recovered. Lots of cool finds and a new area to magnet fish, so all is okay. I love that. Lucy says, good morning, Carl. Lee says, hi, Chad. And there he goes. Stitch says, hey, Cat, when do you go back to work? Why are you trying to rush me, girl? I just got here to my day off. We're not thinking about the next day at work. I go back to work Friday. No, you don't have to be sorry. I was teasing you. Lee says, I hope everyone is okay. I'm going to have to find a picture of a red dragon. Because Jack is reminding me of one right now. In his weird little pose. Lee says, Welsh red dragon? I don't know. I just think I've seen a red dragon in my mind, and Jack reminds me of it sometimes. Boy, you're so silly. Lucy says, I'll be doing tarot tonight. I'm using 3 decks I bought. I brought in the unicorn deck, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Okay, Central Time, so that's 8 for me. Stitch says, I miss Lou. Or LU. I don't know what that is. Stitch, remind me. Lee, I say that sometimes too. He's the dog. He's the red version of the dog in Never Ending Story. Because that dog's like a dog between a cross between a dog and a dragon, right? Or something like that. I've seen that too, Lee. Oh, you miss your Lou as your kitten. But you've got 4 cousins to keep you occupied. Lee says, I think so, yes. Oh, Lucy says, good morning, Stitch. And Stitch Stitch says, yeah, cat, get it right. My cat's name is Lou. My kitten's name. Very cute kitten. Yes, I just looked it up. Yes, a Welsh red dragon. Lee says, I enjoyed, oh, and first off, Stitch said, good morning to Lucy. And then Lee says, I enjoyed cleaning the river and the company, but I'm very tired, low energy today. Reflective water sunburn, not the best thing as it drains all the energy. Yeah, the sun can really sap it out of you. Well, I'm glad you have the day to rest, Lee. That's awesome. And I'd rather rest because I had such a great adventure the day before than rest because I'm so tired because I'm so bored. I've done that before. Stitch says I am 3 hours away from home. And you're going to be gone for 4 days? Did you know you were going to your cousin's? Oh, Stitch, yeah, I missed something. Cousins are an 18-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old. Boy, you have a wide range right there. Nice. Lee says, yes, understand that. You know me, rest is something quite unheard of. Stitch says, no, I didn't know until like an hour before you left. Wow. Well, what a pleasant surprise. We had so much rain yesterday, so fast. My driveway is really, really rough. But I went out to see the chickens yesterday afternoon, and the ground is just like a sponge. It's so sopping wet. Jackie, you look like a black dog today. I'm actually kind of glad he's sleeping because I don't know what I'm going to do if he wants to go out. Carl says, I sent you the rain. Well, thanks, Carl. My grass was getting a little burnout, so it needed the rain. And Lucy says it's been pretty rainy here, too. I guess 'tis the season. I think I extended my lunch break yesterday because it was raining so hard. I just wasn't willing to go drive in it. Lee says, rain, rain, go away, come back another day. Lee says, y'all need to send that rain over the Atlantic towards the UK. Oh, that could be an addition to your little song. Rain, rain, go away, come back another day. Y'all send that rain over the Atlantic towards the UK. Well, apparently Carl is the man to talk to about rain getting sent somewhere. Just put it in order. Oh, now Carl says no. Carl, are you still having lovely weather there? I don't mind taking some rain if that gives you some beautiful weather. Oh, good. Carl says we're having nice sunshine. I'm glad. We have been so hot that the rain is actually a bit of a relief. Let me cough and then I'll read. Okay. Lee says a good bit of rain would replenish the water supply and fill the dams, replace stuff to find. As mudlarkers, we rely on rain to do what it does, and nature needs it. Sure, Carl, I'll not mind rain if others can have sun. Oh, Jackie. Okay. Oops. Oops, Jack, your toys are in the middle of the floor, boy. Lisa's cat, how are you? I'm doing good. Mine is a little extra phlegm this morning. I'm doing super. Got the whole day ahead of me. Not a clue what I'm going to do, but it's all okay. Carl says there are no mudlarkers in Ireland. That's interesting. Absolutely none? Are you sure? I know nothing. Lee says there's a fair few in Ireland, Carl, especially in cities. I know at least 10 and a lot bottle dig too. Maybe Carl meant there's no mudlarkers right there where he's at right now. Oh, wow. Lisa, yep, Lisa, 68,000 on Mudlark page. It's in every country in Europe and over Canada and USA. Is that a, I know you're going to tell me it's a Facebook thing. Lee says, if there are no mudlarks in the area, I'm going over to search that area and clean it. So is the page that you're talking about, Lee, is it on Facebook? Yes, it's a Mudlarking Worldwide page. Man, I just don't even want to get on Facebook. I don't even want Facebook Messenger. It's so invasive. There's Lucy with her unicorns, hearts, and rainbows. Lucy says, I have Facebook and IG. It's just not for me. There you go, Jack. You got my spot. Lee says, Yogi knows people like me are connected to the earth and also help the planet. I mean, it's super obviously. I knew just who to go to about my tree. Lee says, Facebook for me is my way to keep contact with everyone. Without it, I couldn't let people know about new things on YouTube and no connection. With it, it's a lifeline and it saved me. Ah, I'm glad it did that for you and I'm glad you have it. Adam, good morning. How are you, my fellow Tennessean? Lee says, Yogi said I was the same as a Taoist. I take that as a compliment. I'm bonded to the earth. Adam says, I'm great. I hope all is well. So far, so good. I don't know any better, so all is well. Isn't that funny how we can go along being fine, perfectly fine, and we get a little piece of information and it can change so quickly. But as long as you don't know any better, all is well. Just keep skipping along your merry way. That's me, anyways. The less I know, the better. Lucy says, I like connecting to certain people off of YouTube on a more personal level, like Yogi, my besties, and other friends. And Lee says, I have no family, not many I can meet in my area, so Facebook keeps contact with the world. Oh, and Lucy says, you keep in contact with other friends on a more personal level using Facebook or IG. Adam says, my phone almost died. I lost contact. Oh no. Stitch says, I'm tired. Uh oh. Is your cousin also tired? Adam says, I tried to, I'm thinking spin some vinyl on YouTube and I got copyright blocked. That happens. I've got a couple videos like that. I was like, the hell with it. I'm playing music just to see what happens. Not much. You don't even get a copyright strike. That was just me. But I did get blocked in certain areas, is what it says. Lee says, I agree, Lucy. I've messaged Jogi and a few nearby friends in the country I am in. Adam says, you're beautiful, Lucy. I hope you stay in contact with yourself as well. Lucy says, I'm always in contact with myself. Not sure what you mean, Adam. Isn't everyone? No. Isn't everyone in contact with themselves? No, they're not. No, no, no. Oh no, Stitch says no. She is 9. They have too much energy. Oh no, you're going to lose. Stitch, stay up. No, I'm kidding. Adam says, I decided I want to try to be a YouTube DJ if that is possible. Sure, why not? You just have to find the right music or make your own music. Adam says, I'm just being silly, Lucy. Been watching too many somatic healing videos. Lucy, I think you know people who are not in touch with themselves and don't spend time with themselves and don't know themselves. They're the ones who go out and blame everything and everyone else instead of looking at themselves and what's inside. It's a whole lot easier to do that. Lee says, Lee at Magnetic North Adventures says, yes, you can get blocks and channel strikes if it keeps happening. They can remove your account. I have seen it happen. Yes, that's why I only did it once. Only once. I'm not that brave. Carl says, 2 girls on the bus are laughing at you. Well, good. I'm glad I can make somebody laugh. Thanks for that, Carl. Hey, Carl, have I told you today how much I love you? I love you so much, Carl. Lucy says, I'm keeping my heart protected because I'm afraid to get hurt. It's like I want a boyfriend, but I want to stay single at the same time. It's very hard for me to trust. I get that. But I think maybe the right person will give you that time, Lucy. Or they'll come around at the right time for you. Lee at Magnetic North says, Lucy, you only need to trust your heart and find someone who allows you the freedom to be yourself while loving, caring, and respecting at the same time. Oh no. Stitch said, fine, I lose. I am going to sleep. Sweet dreams, sweet Stitch. Lucy says, I hope so. The right prince for this mofo princess, lol. Adam says, speaking of albums, I love the Moody Blues, the lost chord. I use it to reach deep inside my soul. I think probably the only songs I might know from the Moody Blues would be something they play on the radio, and I don't even know it's them. I get enough Moody Blues going on by myself. Lee says, Stitch rest up if it's needed. You know, you say it's needed, but she's got a contest going on. She was supposed to stay up. Adam says, any thoughts on special relationships and, of course, in miracles? My thoughts are, I know nothing. Um, I have been the queen of special relationships. If Lucy's the mofo princess, I am the queen of special relationships. But I'm just learning what a holy relationship is. Brand new lessons for me. It's interesting to have had the switch in my mind from I love you because you can do all this stuff for me, or I love you because I can do all this stuff for you, and going from that to, well, I just love you. I love you because I see the light in you. Period. That's different. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, Lucy, your right time will bring for sure. Then you'll be Queen Lucy to someone. Lucy says he's going to have to be patient with me, and I mean very patient. Thanks, Magnetic. Adam says the Moody Blues sing a lot about basically oneness. Carl says the two girls are drinking your opposition drink. It's okay. Somebody's got to do it. Adam says, Lucy, from A Course in Miracles, what I took from special relationships is I am a whole person. I will continuously be real and be very aware of any attachments. Kind of like my old dog, Sophie. I love. Adam says, that's so awesome, Cat. Lee says, Lucy, people are patient and adjust to accommodate. I'm married to the earth. It's a person of care. I'm not sure I'll find anyone myself. Nature always comes first. I also think there's something to be said for no longer looking and just letting life happen. When you just surrender and say, I'm not going to try so hard, I'm not searching, I'm no longer looking. Sometimes at those times, that's when things show up. Not always. There's something to be said for just letting go and letting all the goodness that's coming to you. Well, letting go of the blocks when you're hanging on and you're protecting yourself and you got those walls up, your little bubble. You kind of block the goodness that's trying to come to you. You're like, no, God, I've got this. I've got this, God. Which is kind of how we got into the situation we're in right now. Lucy says, I am not sure if I will either, and I accept that. I can stay just single, but I really don't want to be single forever. But I can accept that reality. I love me. That's the most important. Adam says, I kind of feel married to the earth too, with all that stone laying. Uh, and that was for Lee at Magnetic North Adventures. Lee, I kind of feel married to the earth too, with all the stone laying. Lee says, totally agree there, Kat. Let it be, as they say. Adam, do you know, I really relate with you working with stone. One of my first hypnosis sessions, my own personal one, was I was a rock. It was just a rock. It was very simple, but a very deep message for me. What does a rock do? It just is. That was the message. Quit trying to be so many different things. Quit searching. Just be. As the rock said, the rock is just is. It was very interesting. And the sensations that came with it, trying to figure it out because the answer didn't come to me. I couldn't figure out what I was. I had to feel the heaviness of being a rock. Lee says, Adam, yes, I hear you. I hear you there. You're setting foundations to earth, grounding yourself. Adam says, I still don't understand why I can't spin vinyl. There's no warning. This is copyrighted on these albums. And yeah, I did it twice and then sent her an apology. Send an apology to YouTube. Lee says, Lucy, start with self love. And if it's meant to be, allow time to guide a person your way. And then it's pure energy. Carl says you're all mad. I knew talking about being a rock was just going to get somebody. Yogi says, I love the moody blues, Adam. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Yogi. Welcome to the We're All Mad Club. We're all mad here. Lucy says, good morning, Yogi Eric. Yogi says, and, oh, hi, Cat. Good morning. Lee says, rocks just are. They are bound and timeless. They remind of us of they remind us of time, strength, and power of earth. And it's perfectly happy just being a rock. Perfectly happy being what it is. Who would have thought you could learn a lot from a rock? Ah, wow. Thanks for that, Adam. Adam says in one of the Gnostic Gospels, Jesus talks about the rocks being alive. Well, I experienced that just for a brief time. Adam says, I can see that catcher very solid. Solidity without density. And Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, good morning, Yogi brother. Adam says, solid without density. I don't know if I can say solidity. Solidity. Solidity? You know how sometimes when you throw a word around in your mouth and it just doesn't sound right? I'm not saying that word is wrong. I'm just talking about words in general. I didn't even think about that, Lee. Rocks also heal. It's known. You know, when I was doing that session and I was coming to the conclusion that I was in the earth and that I was a rock, the ego mind, I could hear it. It was going, let me be a crystal. Let me be a crystal. I was not a crystal. Or at least that didn't come up. Yogi says that's how it is with me. Every word, cat. That's not true. I don't know if I got this, but Yogi said, good morning, Lee, brother. Adam says, another thing I wish I could be is a Cherokee medicine man. Adam says, I don't know why my phone keeps saying play when I mean Lee. Because text to talk or talk to text is like that. I'm trying to figure, well, you don't seem to have a real Southern accent. I was trying to think of how you could make the word play with a Southern accent so that it sounds like Lee. Yogi says, Adam, I see you as a shaman slash sage, a healer for sure. Feel like I don't know if I read this out loud. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, Adam, that's technology for you. I always type, not voice. And Adam says, Lucy, I think it would be awesome if you look for a man friends that beautifully becomes the ultimate boyfriend. Lee. Lee says, Cat, but you are a crystal, a real gem to everyone who has met you on this platform. A gem of the earth and priceless. Thank you, Lee. I am a crystal. I am a crystal. It just cracks me up. It just, the awareness of the ego on the sidelines was just priceless. Carl says, I feel a stranger and left out. Carl, I'm sorry. I never want to make you feel left out. Adam says, Yogi Cherokee medicine man gave me this necklace and to put it on my feathers in my hair and gave me a little speech with some Grateful Dead thinking. Oh, with some Grateful Dead thinking about you, man. Lucy says, I'm letting the man come to me. If he really wants me bad enough, he will make the effort. I think there's something to be said for spending time alone and being okay with it. She says, I am not looking. He's going to have to come to me. But he's going to have to be very, very patient with me. Adam says, Lee, at Magnetic North Adventures, I heard it said that old Buckminster Fuller foot could plant a foot due south. I fully feel the spin of the earth. Lee says, when we meet Cat, I'll bring you a crystal you will resonate with. I love that. I love that. And I so trust you, Lee. I mean, I trust you to see things that I don't see. I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for the nice compliment earlier. I was cracking up, but thank you. It was so sweet. Carl says Diana is right about what she said yesterday. What did she say, Carl? Yogi says, y'all are geeking out together. Bucky Fuller, you're hitting all the awesome points this morning, Adam. Oops. Carl, what kind of music do you listen to? Do you listen to music? Adam says, yeah, Yogi, I tried to put a rare earth and I was singing at the storm and it's under review. Oh, wait a minute, I'm missing a bunch of. Lee said, agree, Adam, you're awake. Lucy says, the key to my heart are black roses with orange glitter on top. I just think that is super romantic. It's definitely different. Yogi says, you just wanted to celebrate, Adam. Oh no, Lee says, Cat, you're not just a rock. You're that unique one that's a pillar of the community. Oh gosh, if I'm a pillar, I'm worried. We should all be worried. Adam says, I am only awake because I couldn't sleep last night. Oh, Lee says, I love black roses myself. It fits my gothic side. I love that. Adam says, Carl, it's always the quiet ones that have the best things to say. Yes, I agree. Hey, Carl, what time is it in Ireland right now? Adam, if you haven't caught a live stream with Carl, you should. He is in his element when he has his friends with him in his live streams. Lucy says, I have a gothic side, and black roses with orange topping is so me. Lee says, LOL, it's better than just being. Stitch says, back. I didn't go to sleep. Well, I'm glad to see you back. Has your 9-year-old cousin gone to sleep yet? Stitch says, she says no, but I know she did. Lucy says, the black roses with orange tips is her vibe, but also her unicorn vibes. Unicorns, hearts, and rainbows, LOL. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, I see that luck. Black, purple, the perfect color, but black orange is yin and yang. Light and darkness combined, a magical energy. And Adam says, I found this guy online. Kilo Man, he's awesome. He's a failed 12-step guy. Anyway, now he's, is that key? A key coach? It really helps people with emotional repression. Emily says, yay, unicorn vibes. I love it. And Carl says, people I don't like don't come to my lives. Wasn't that a good thing? Adam says, Buckminster Fuller, the first man who tried to take inventory of the entire world's resources. And Adam says, Carl, I'm not on Facebook because I don't want to deal with it. Same. Well, Carl has some really great friends, some really great mods who look out for him and don't let the trolls give him a hard time. Carl says, I'm out of here. Bye, Carl. I hope you have a great day. And for those of you that can make it, Carl usually goes live Thursdays, 8 p.m. U.S. Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. for him. So there's a 5-hour difference. Adam says, man, I had my flute, Rare Earth, in the background. Silly as crap. And Carl says, you're totally wrong. If you're talking to me, Carl, I often am. I accept that. Am I wrong about your live stream time? Because I want to make sure I get that right. Is it 4 hours? Is it 7? No, it's okay. I got it. You go live 8 p.m. Ireland time, and that makes it 3 p.m. here. Thank you. You were right. I was totally wrong. I had it backwards. It's early. Forgive me. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US. Lucy said, I had a good friend let another mod in a chat saying not so nice things about what's between my legs. She wouldn't block him, so I blocked her and the modded troll. I'm not going to be disrespected. No, you shouldn't be. Nobody should. You shouldn't be respected like that. Disrespected, right. Thank you, Carl. Thank you for correcting me. It's 3 p.m. New York time on Thursdays. Adam says, Lucy, I was so weird. It took me to 27 before I got married, 30 before I had my first child. I took my beautiful ex-wife for granted, lost the romance, but we're still friends. Lucy says she was a good friend too. Really sad she let that happen. She wouldn't block him or at least remove his mod so I could. So, can one mod make another person a mod, Lucy? Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, Lucy, you did right. Never be disrespected. If anyone ever upsets you, or if in my live streams, no matter who they are, they will be removed. Okay, if you're both mods, you can't do anything to each other. But if I'm a mod in somebody's live stream, I can't make somebody else who's not a mod, can I? Okay. Lucy says, thanks, Magnetic. And she says, unicorns, hearts, and rainbows. And she says, unless one is a super mod, you can. Gotta watch out for those super mods. Lee says, all people are equal no matter what, and all should have honor, trust, and acceptance. Okay, Lucy says, super mods can't make other people mods, but they can time them out. It's a shame we even need mods. Okay, I'm gonna cough. Lee says the creator picks head mods. They have ultimate power to remove anyone, even mods, but standard mods can only time each other out. And Lucy says, as far as I know, super mods can't block mods, only time them out. And Lee says, I'm a super mod in 8 channels. Wow. Lee says, I sit there the fly swatter with fly swatter trolls I'm told to remove in some channels, others just let it be or time out if bad. Adam says, I'm new to YouTube and someone made me a mod. If it was political, until I went back to my old bully, the old bully ways, and I hope I didn't offend anyone. I know I'm making a public apology. Adam says, and Yogi has a spot on, sinless political answer. I think I have eyelash in my eyeball where it doesn't belong. So, Adam, are you saying something like, I don't know how to word it. I feel like I can be a bully if I see something I don't like that may be unkind, that maybe I could be a bully back to somebody. And that would be where I stumble over gates. Lee says rock, paper, scissors, and fly swatter. Yogi says, damn gates, damn the gates. Lucy sends more unicorns, hearts, and rainbows. And such pretty colors, too. Leaf of Magnetic North Adventure says Yogi Gates? Question mark? Gosh. I'm not even going to talk about gates. I'm not invoking them today. Because then I would be invoking situations where I have to use the gates. We want an easy, gateless day. Oh, too late. I've already used the gates this morning. Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says, my job is done. I made someone smile and laugh. Day's task done. And job well done, Lee. Yogi says, 3 gates, Lee. I'll cover in the next live stream so Cat can take a gate break. Adam says, Yogi, I'm so socially awkward. I'm thinking about dropping my channel. I'm coming back as a DJ. I love that. You just got to be creative and find a way to get around YouTube. Not get around, work with YouTube. I'm socially awkward too, Adam. My biggest thing that I have to work on is sometimes I say things that somebody who knows me would understand, but somebody who doesn't know me, it might be a little bit off-putting. Lee says, gates of time, gates of passage, they open and close. They fall to bits, but with the right care, we can travel through them and through time itself. Oh, and Yogi says, but I love hearing you talk. Love hearing you talk, though, Adam. And Adam says, I recently got timed out when I was made a moderator in Gothic Dungeons and Dragons. Kind of way I've always played chaotic neutral. I got timed out in a in a cat rescue chat. A cat rescue chat. I was so offended. I was like, who, me? What'd I do? Oh, come on. Eyelash in my eyeball still. Oh, man, go away. Adam says, I feel sorry for anybody who looks for anything outside of themselves and it falls short. Definitely politics. And seriously, I think I might have offended Carl in Joshua's channel. I'm kind of a lunatic when I'm in my ego. I don't know anything. And I know there's several Carls. And there's several Joshuas. Were you in the amazing, energetic Joshua's live yesterday? I jumped in last night when I saw him, right after Yogi's live. I love the number 13. 13 likes. How good. We should end right now. And then a nice 13. I think, Adam, you say I'm kind of a lunatic when I'm in my ego. One thing one of my teachers taught me is not to call it mine. Don't take ownership of that ego. It's the ego, which I think is important. It's giving it a little separation, understanding the ego is not you. But when we say my ego, we think it is us. Yogi says, I could have handled the conversation with Cece better yesterday. Well, you're welcome, Yogi, because I was saying the same thing last week to you. Could have handled that better. Could have been kinder. Could have been nicer. But I don't know how you could have been nicer, Yogi. Sometimes you're too nice. And I think it's good that you set up some boundaries because sometimes it takes people a while to understand that you do have boundaries. Lucy says, I stay away from that one, but that's all I'm going to say on that. Adam says, Yogi, in my video, I was addressing that with a similar situation I have with my sister. I'll have to check that out. Lee says, Yogi, sometimes we all regret situations and things said. We learn and we adapt. Adam says, I use the saying, let your words be a beautiful fragrance, not a foul odor. And it really means way to my sister, but she picks on my mom and my brother. Lisa, Lucy, oh my gosh. Lucy says we have to have boundaries. It's unfortunate, but we do. We have to let people know where we stand on things. And Yogi, I think you were very kind over and over and over again. Adam says, and Lucy, I think you're a lovely young lady. In my political ego, I'm a lunatic. I'm thinking about posting a video about how my psychological issues help me in recovery and finding my true self. Well, that'd be very interesting. I don't know if particularly that's who she was speaking on, so I didn't want to say that part, Adam. Oh my goodness. Okay, coughing time. I am so stuffy this morning. My goodness. Adam says, Lee from Magnetic North Adventures, I love your channel. Um, yeah. Lee, I love your channel in dialogue and continue hardcore dialogues. under a different name. I'm sorry about that, Lucy. Let's go plug this in. There we go. That works. Lee from Magnetic North says, the past is past. Forgive it and allow yourself to move forward. To bring the change every day before sleep, we press the reset button. Yes, that's what I love about every morning. It's a brand new start. But I've come to the realization I don't have to wait for the next morning. I can restart when I'm having a bad day anytime I want to. Sometimes that's tough with tears of shame going down your face. Thankfully, I don't put myself in situations where that happens a whole bunch. Adam says, I would love to work with YouTube. And Lee says, Adam, sorry, I didn't understand that. Yeah, Adam, I think he didn't understand the Lee. I love your channel in dialogue and continue hardcore dialogues under a different name. I think that's what he got a little confused. Me too. Yeah, Lucy. Lucy, I see you and I see what you're writing and I understand. And Yogi, I can choose peace. Lee says, can question mark. I accept peace. Right. Lee says, yes, Kat, as time is just a thing, it can be any moment that you decide to start over. Adam says, Lee from Magnetic North Adventures. I love these deep hangouts. And man, you're the poet. I'm the goofy guy that can't work his phone. Lee from Magnetic Adventures says, Adam, you're not goofy at all. I know that. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, my only skill is one simple one: accept and just be at one with the earth. The divine comes through peace. Oh, Adam says, Lucy, are you still here? She says, yes, I'm here. Adam says, Lee, I would love to spend a week just digging in the mud with you. Adam says, when I was a sculptor student, we would go to big scrapyards to get steel. Here we go, falling down on our job. We did not put a yogi link up. I think yesterday we did it with less than 5 minutes to go. Here we go, I found it. There we go. Lee says, Adam, one day I wish that could come true. Maybe next year we can, and maybe in October if free, as me and Kat will be magnet fishing. I'll do some mudlarking with you too. Wow, I'm amazed at how you pick things out. Cat, the link peas. Peas. Yogi says, good thing Yogi is always late. Not always. Adam says, hey Lucy, I thought of a song for you. Rare Earth, Smiling Faces. Spin it. Adam says, Rare Earth is smarter than any psychologist I have ever been in the presence of. And Lee at Magnetic North Adventures says, mudlarking. We have to find an area. I filmed my safety video American style, as if snakes are about. That's cool. And Lucy says, I'll have to listen to the lyrics, Adam. Yogi says, sometimes I'm so late, I'm actually early. Adam says, please do. It would honor me if my first victim of my playlist was a beautiful young redhead with two awesome black cats and two really cute pugs. I didn't know she had two black cats. I know she has a purr. A purmobile. That even when she's filming dogs, you can still hear the cat in the background purring. It's lovely. Adam says, dang it, phone. I think I speak pretty clear. I feel like I need to do that back bend that Yogi has on his thumbnail. I feel like that would feel really good. Just don't think I could. Adam says, I'm also thinking about my experience with art critiques as an art student with yogi and when and how to say no. Adam says, I find peace in chiseling rocks. I like to bowl. Maybe I'm Fred Flintstone. And you like redheads. So, there you go. Adam says, leave it to me to ramble, cat. You know what? It's okay. The imagery was quite funny. And look at Jack. You didn't bother him at all. He's passed out. He's in a rude awakening at 5 o'clock when I take my spot back. Well, let me just say, I find it a difficult task to be neutral in situations where I have two friends who may not get along. Not neutral, how to be, yeah, maybe, how to be a loving friend to both. But I think the important thing for me is just to stay at peace. Stay right here inside in my peaceful place. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, much love to all. I'm off now. I hope you have a great day, Lee. You said you were resting. I've heard you say that before, and then I've seen you go out. So be safe. Have a wonderful day, Lee. I have no choice today, sadly. Well, go with God, our dear friend Lee. Oh no. Lisa's my back has gone on me and sadly triggered sciatic nerve. It's near impossible to move. Well, I know that sciatic nerve, it's a pain in the butt. I did not mean it like that, but it is. I know for me, resting is the worst thing I can do for my sciatic nerve. Unfortunately, when it's the thing I want to do most. Adam says bye to Lee. And Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says the next 3 days I'll have to do little. And Lucy sends unicorn vibes. Lucy, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. No matter what, I want you to know I love you. Adam says I had an orthopedic doctor tell me to do the hallelujah pose. Count to 10, feet shoulder width apart as much as I could throughout the day. And he hooked me up. Lee from a magnetic blah 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 blah. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, I'll be okay. I'll rest a bit and putter about the house. Okay. Adam says, previous to that orthopedic surgeon's offer of surgery. And Lucy says, I love you too, Kat. Thank you. Adam says, a motivational doc online is pretty good too. And Lee from Magnetic North says, love you all. Bye and see you on Yogis. Yes, we will see you there. Adam says, I love you too, Lucy, and I love your cats and your little pugs. Lucy says, love you, Adam, and thank you, and sends rainbows, hearts, and unicorns. They go so well together, don't they? When you look at the screen, unicorns, hearts, and rainbows, they do. The colors complement each other. The feelings go together. It's beautiful. And Adam says, bye, Lucy. Yep, it's time for us to end the live. And I always leave Lucy some room to change her mind if she wants to. Sometimes understanding can give us a different perspective. But I'll tell you what, A Course in Miracles has given me the gift of sometimes just being able to see the pure love and light that a person is. And wow, what a transformation that is for me. And with that, all my loves and lights, I love you. I thank you. I shook your camera. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye, guys.